Hey everybody. I was sitting in the shower today thinking, which I'm sure is a shock to some of you considering that that's usually where I do some of my thinking, and the rest of my thinking is usually done outside of the shower. Anyway, I was in the shower today and I was thinking about the idea of emotions. And I came to wonder what emotions were. Now, I know that you can give me the clinical definition of emotion, but my thought goes beyond that. As a human being, when you're born and you grow up, there are certain traits and abilities that are learned. We have some things that are inherent, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. Emotions are there from the moment you were born, which means that they're hardwired into you, which means they're part of your brain. But how does a person know what emotions are what? I guess you're taught when you feel good inside that that's happy, and then you call it happy, and that's how it goes. But like, emotions are triggered by synapse connections in the brain, which are reactions to stimuli. And that just confuses me. How come everybody has the same thing, at least in the context of a general understanding? I mean, obviously, when I look at the wall and the wall is white, this color that I see is white to me. But you may look at it and see what I see is green, and that's white. So I have no idea what the world is through your eyes. It's one of the reasons why I value perspective so much, is because it helps me learn. But I was just thinking about that. Emotions are synapse connections in the brain. When a when the electric pulse passes between one synapse and another, it begins the process of whatever that is that ends up being the feeling of. But we're born with this. And emotions, I don't know if emotions are necessarily a survival trait. We're not talking about the process of the brain that triggers the heartbeat and causes the body to breathe continuously. We're talking about a reaction to something that necessarily isn't a physical one. We're not talking about fear, which is a survival instinct. We're talking about happy and sad and angry and all of that stuff. We have that from birth. It's just a part of us. I don't understand what emotions are. I mean, I've always had a problem dealing with emotions, period, but that's in the context of um, not looking at it from the perspective of what the actual thing of an emotion is, but rather dealing with emotions and how they affect us and how come and how emotions in my mind at least are stupid in a lot of contexts, because irrational behavior is based on emotive response, and that just is stupid to me. So yeah, that was pretty much it. Just wanted to put that out there. I was thinking about the idea of emotions, what they are, and I wanted to share that with you. So there you go.